Good morning, everyone. As you all are entering into our open house, just want to thank you all for showing up. If you would, please turn your cameras on if you're not afraid to do so. And we will get started. My name is Marlena Mack. I am a senior coordinator here at HGACBuy, and I have Kristen Graven joining me today. We are happy to present to you all today, and we have our vendors here to present later that I am sure you all are excited to hear from. But before we get to them, we just wanted to give you all a brief HGACBuy introduction and overview. After our video, you will hear from our vendors, and then at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. So, Kristen, would you like to go ahead and share that video?
Good morning and welcome to the virtual open house with HGACBuy. I'm your host, Kristen.
And I'm your co-host, Marlena. We are excited to share a little bit about HGACBuy with you today and our featured contracts. So let's get right into it.
Sure thing. So we're going to start with a little trivia. Do you know what HGACBuy stands for? That's HGACBuy. If you do, drop that in the chat. Here, I'll give you a little hint. Our offices are here in Houston, Texas. However, we actually operate as a national cooperative purchasing program, and we've been in business for over 45 years.
That's right. As a contractor-funded program, we help thousands of local governments save millions of dollars by offering our competitively bid contracts to our members free. Going out to bid for our members not only saves them time, but a considerable amount of money as well.
And time is money, Marlena.
That's right.
We try to keep the process extremely simple to join. In fact, you can go right to our website to fill out the interlocal contract agreement. And we are going to drop that link for you right now in the chat. Speaking of the chat box, let's get back to our trivia question. Did you figure it out? HGACBuy, helping governments across the country buy. That's our name, and that's what we do. Another important fact about HGACBuy is that we pride ourselves on partnering with others to make the procurement process simpler and more beneficial.
That's right. For instance, current members of Sacramento Area Council of Governments, Mid-America Regional Council, Baltimore Metropolitan Council, and the Municipal Association of South Carolina automatically become members of HGACBuy without having to complete the online ILC form. Additionally, all members of HGACBuy, regardless of how you join, get to enjoy the wonderful benefits of our collaboration with national cooperative procurement partners.
Speaking of those benefits, let's not forget that HGACBuy keeps all of our solicitation documents for our members. And unlike other cooperative purchasing programs, we ensure the compliance of every single order. When it comes to your audits, this could be a lifesaver.
A lifesaver for sure. Well, that's all from us. If you'd like to learn more about HGACBuy or need to contact us, feel free to download the document that was just dropped in the chat box.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to move on to our vendors.
We will move right along, not wasting any time, to hear from our vendors. We will start with ASCO Equipment, Skipper Robinson.
Thank you, Marlena. Good morning, everybody. My name is Skipper Robinson with ASCO Equipment. If you'll bear with me for a second, I'm going to share my screen. And can you all see that clearly? Okay. All right. Again, my name is Skipper Robinson. I'm the Director of Governmental Sales for ASCO Equipment. We are a Texas-based company, and I'll give you a little overview. But today we're going to be talking about portable construction and maintenance equipment, CMO2, TAC 21. But I'm also going to give you a little insight into some of the other things that we do that aren't on that contract, but are also on other HGAC contracts. So I'm going to start off with a quick video. It's a part of our marketing campaign across the state and the greater region. So here's a quick intro to that.
When you need a fitting for a skid steer, we're on it.
A 6-month rental on an excavator. We're on it. Guy wants to buy a backhoe. We're on it. Machines know. go. We're on it.
ASCO Equipment, how can I help you? We're on it.
There we go. So as the slogan, we're on it. ASCO was started as a service-based organization, and we still remain that today. No matter what we sell, rent, or provide to our customers, our biggest thing is our service and support throughout the use of that equipment. We have 24 locations across the state of Texas and one in New Mexico. We do sell, rent, and do parts and service for construction, agricultural, and material handling equipment. And then we recently established, as of January 1st this year, a dedicated government division, which I head up to streamline our business and better service this particular sect of the industry. So we represent Case Construction, which for light side is skid steers and compact track loaders, mini excavators, tractor loaders, rough terrain forklifts, and tractor loader backhoes, all things that are staples within a public works or street department entity. On the heavier side, we have full-size excavators, dozers, motor graders, wheel loaders. Again, some of these are staples within your fleets in the public works sections. For counties, your county departments and road maintenance crews, these heavy earth movers are a big part of those fleets as well. Again, for road construction, soil compaction and asphalt compaction, Case offers a wide variety there. And then we also represent great all excavators for your ditching needs and roadway maintenance, drainage needs. LeeBoy is the brand, LeeBoy Roscoe for pavers and tack tanks, street brooms, asphalt distributors and patchers, chip spreaders and wide runners, all things asphalt. LeeBoy is a brand that we represent. Particular to this contract though, aerial lifts and telehandlers, Genie and JLG are two of the prevalent names in the industry, and we represent both of those manufacturers. These are your scissor lifts, your boom lifts, telehandlers, material handlers. This equipment is really focused towards facilities maintenance. So whether it's the city maintenance or a school, university, these boom lifts can go up to 165, 180 feet in the air for large facilities such as football stadiums or other comparable facilities. But then your ISDs, your independent school districts, there's a lot of use for scissor lifts inside and outside. Additionally, a lot of these manufacturers have made the effort to over the years move just away from diesel or gas into hybrid. So you have dual fuel applicability, and then all the way to electric for your internal applications. And there's a wide variety. So all these different sizes and configurations, but also giving you the availability for the specific type of fuel source that you need. Again, my name is Skipper Robinson. I'm the Director of Governmental Sales. I've been with the company for 7 years, focused on government. Very happy to be here and work closely with HGAC. They've been a great partner for us. Happy to answer any questions at the end of the presentations. Thank you very much.
Great job, Skipper. Thanks for that contact information. If you would put it down in the chat for everyone. Also to everyone on the call, I've dropped the solicitation and contract documents in the chat for you guys to take a look at. Don't forget to write your questions down to have them ready for the Q&A session at the end. So next up with Atlas, we have Robin.
Hi there. That was by the way, that was a great presentation, Skipper. And just want to tell you just a very little bit about myself. I'm with Atlas COPCO. We're a manufacturer and original equipment manufacturer, and we have air compressors, pumps, generators, and line towers. That's going to be in the presentation. I'm a business development manager for power and light, so I specialize mostly in generators. So if you ever need to ask a specific question about generators, I would be a good resource for that. The contact information you'll see at the end of the slide presentation will tell you your local representatives. We work with regional sales managers who represent the full line. And then we have Paul Scazzari, who is our administrator for this program. And his contact information is there as well. I'm assuming that you will be able to get a copy of this presentation. So all that contact information is there. If not, I'll be happy to send it to anybody who needs it. So let's go on. Let me see if I can share my screen. As I said, COPCO, I don't think this is in the slide presentation. We are a manufacturer. We're mostly known for air compressors because we are the world's leading manufacturer of air compressors. Been in business 149 years. So I'll fill in some blanks if everything that you want to know is not on this presentation. This is going to be a short video, sort of like Skipper had for ASCO. Takes it a minute to load up and play, but that's what's coming.
All right,
And I'll
gotcha.
start it.
Perfect.
At Atlas COPCO Power Technique, we provide leading technology for air, power, and flow solutions. Engineered in Rock Hill, South Carolina, USA. Every product is created with innovation, detailed attention, and dedication to our customers' needs. From the engineering desk to assembly and inspection and parts and service care. With expertise in applications for general rental pneumatic tools to specialty performance, high-pressure drilling, we serve the industry needs with our full line of world-class products. Atlas COPCO, your trusted solutions partner.
Right. This gives you just a brief picture of our product offering for 2022, and we have a big focus right now on clean and quiet technologies. In a lot of applications, people are having to worry about their credits for clean and green equipment, and all of the units in that left box there are either electrical powered or give you electrical power. The top left is an energy storage system, which you can use to supply power to multiple applications. Then we have one of the submersible pumps that are electric, light towers that are just a plug-in unit that have no engines in it, and then electric air compressors. We've also developed some full line of electric pumps. So then we're talking to the next one is talking about your multiple applications solutions. And in the division of Power Technique North America of Atlas COPCO, we focus on basically construction equipment, and everything is mobile. As you see in the picture there, you see the air compressor, you see the towable light tower, and then there's a generator and a pump that appear not to be mobile. We sell all of these pieces of equipment as a mobile or stationary version. So you can get all of our generators, actually they come standard on a trailer, or you can get a skid mounted version if it's going to be in one place all the time. You're not wanting to tow it around. Same with the pumps. Over here, industry focused solutions. You can see that we have, I feel like the best line of air compressors anywhere, and all of the accessories that go with the compressors and our generators. I'm extremely excited about the top right picture right there. That is a 1 megawatt prime power generator that we are selling now. And all of the rest of our generators they come on trailers. That one does not. It's in a 20-foot ISO container, which is extremely small for 1 megawatts power. Most of the time, people either place those on a pad or they'll put it on a chassis, and sometimes even mount it with an external fuel tank. So we've supplied a lot of different products for the industry. This right here is going to be an overview of the air compressor lines, the diesel air compressors. As you can see, we go up to 1800 CFM, and we've got some are like variable drive, some are they're just pretty much any configuration you can imagine. And as I said, we lead the world in manufacture of air compressors as far as innovation, technology, and solutions. This is the electric portfolio of air compressors, and you can see the various models there. And I believe this is kind of like the beginning. We've just come out with these models over the last couple of years, and I think we will end up having more and more electric powered air compressors. This shows the applications for compressed air, some of the different things that people are doing with them: construction, mining, oil and gas, utilities. As you all probably know, you probably have people in your different roles that need and use air compressors on a daily basis. If you're doing road work, of course, you've got to have air compressor, and the top left thing says handheld pneumatic tools. You got to break up the street or whatever it is you're working on. So you're going to have air compressor, jackhammer, and on and on. Like I said, I could talk about every single slide there, but I don't think we want to go into all that. We could save some of that for your question and answer time. Our vision is to deliver the most sustainable solutions for tough applications. And we pride ourselves on being innovators, leaders in technology. You will see most of the time that we're going to come out with something first. I will tell you, if you're looking, like I said, I focus on generators. If you're looking for generators, especially larger generators, you're going to find that most of our competitors are not anywhere close to where we are, because we have developed a full lineup to 1 megawatt generators and tier 4 final. And questions about that, I can explain more about that. But most of our competitors are just kind of developing a line, and they may be up to like 250 kW and things like that. So we have a wide variety of solutions for all your applications. This just tells you a little bit about some of the things we're trying to do to reduce emissions and some of the targets that we have. Just one of the things is to limit global temperature rise well below 2 degrees centigrade. Everything's going to be talking centigrade stuff. We are based in Sweden, so that's by 2030. That is just kind of a company-wide goal. So what we're doing is bringing in more and more products that can reduce our emissions. 3 areas of focus is to reduce emissions drastically. This is just kind of like another little thing about it. One is electrification products, and another is we are researching hydrogen powered products. And we have our products designed to use green fuels, and we want to improve the efficiency of our legacy products, which we have already done. Most of that just strictly through engineering, no major changes in what the functionality is of each of those machines. This is the contact page I was telling you about. Dan Linhart covers North Texas. I'm assuming most everybody here is from Texas. If not, we've got Paul Scazzari, the director of our buying programs. He handles basically all of North America except what's on the map there. Russ Langstrom, he handles South Texas and South Louisiana. So those 2 guys are your local guys. Russell's in Houston, Dan's in Dallas area. Sorry about that. And if you're not going to be sharing this, let me know. I can share this information. That is the end of that presentation.
Sounds good. Thank you, Robin. Great presentation. If you, especially at a late notice, for filling in, you did a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, I got a call last night.
Appreciate it. Thank you for stepping up. If you would put your contact information in the chat as well, that would be helpful, or whatever the best contact is for our members. And for everyone on the call, right before we go into our Q&A session, I just put a question in the chat. Could you answer that? Because actually, Robin, we are a nationwide cooperative purchasing program. So our members are all over the world. I just want to see if the chat is working. So for those on, can you see my question? Yep, I see a Colorado, Georgia, Mississippi, Maryland, all over. Okay, great. All right, now that I know that your chat is working, questions. Oh, Anna Houston, yay, you're here with us. What side of town are you on? Okay, let's see. So now that I know that your chats are working and you know where they are, go ahead, and if you have questions for HGACBuy or for Skipper or Robin, you can put those in the chat box right now. Awesome. Thank you, Skipper and Robin, for putting those questions, your contact information there. Any questions for them, you can unmute yourself and ask them, or you can put them in the chat box.
Marlena, if I can real quick, and thank you everybody for taking the time. I did notice, as you said, people from around the country. I have, we have at ASCO, and me personally, I've helped customers from Oregon to Virginia over the past few years via these contracts. So please know that it is pretty seamless in how we do this. There are a couple of challenges, being that we're not there to directly support the equipment as a company, but what we do is we interface with your local support team in getting that equipment to you, and then setting up that service and support for continued care of you after. So thank you for everybody for coming around the country, but please know that we're here to work with you from afar.
That is exactly what I was about to ask next, Skipper. So I'll just pose that question to you. Well, he didn't ask the question, but the question that I was going to ask is, for members, so we have them all over, do you have offices in all of these areas if they need it, or how do you address meeting our nationwide membership if they want someone local to talk to, or how do they go about?
So I'll use a customer out of Oregon and a customer out of Virginia, same kind of scenario. What we did was we got the equipment, we quoted the equipment to the municipality. They went through their procurement process, processed that, and issued the purchase order to us. What we did in one case was, instead of having the equipment come from the manufacturer to us in Houston and going off to Virginia, what we arranged for was what we call a direct ship from the manufacturer to them. It slows the lead time, or it tightens up the lead time in getting it to the customer. But what we'll do is, with all of our equipment, we'll do a pre-delivery inspection. We would typically do that in-house. In the case of a direct ship, what we'll do is we'll coordinate with a local company up there who is part of the manufacturer's dealer network, and we'll have them do the pre-delivery inspection, and then get that, and we'll take care of the logistics and getting that from them to you all, to your facilities. In the case where we might have that in stock in Houston, then we'll obviously facilitate that pre-delivery inspection in-house, and then get it shipped to you all there, wherever you're at. But then we'll make sure that you are bring you aware of who your local dealer is that you would bring it to for service and support needs in that area.
All right, sounds good. Robin, same question.
Yes, I just put Paul's contact information in the chat. Paul Scazzari is the director of our program for our buying programs, and he would be the best initial contact, and then he would funnel the leads to whoever is appropriate. We have regional sales managers all across North America, and like, for instance, I'm the business development manager for Power and Lights for the South region. South region goes from Texas to Virginia to Florida, and we have 4 regional sales managers. Now we have 2 other regions, or 3, I guess. I'm sorry if you count Canada. So we have those regions, and they all have about 4 regional sales managers. So Paul would probably coordinate any sales that we're going through HGAC, but he would have the local regional sales manager deal directly with the customer normally.
Okay, sounds good. And then I'll ask one last question, and if anyone else has any, now's the time to ask those questions. So we have seen a lot of supply demand issues. So things are backed up, can't get parts, things like that on some of our other contracts in some different industries. Has that affected you all as well? And if so, I guess, how are you handling it?
I'll take it, Robin, first, if you don't mind. Yes, hands down, that's it's impacted every industry and every area of the market. The best thing that I can say is, open communication is what we pride ourselves on, and just keeping you apprised of that. I think one of the things that we have to work with the municipality on is the fiscal year budget. And I don't know if internally, I've seen a lot of procurement divisions and addressing the issue when you're executing a budget item or a purchase order in one fiscal year, but the lead time is extending into that next fiscal year. That's just something that we have to work through the communication piece by keeping you informed as to where it is, because we'll get an estimated delivery time to us, and we'll put probably 2 weeks on it just for transit times and delivery inspections in order to get that to you. But then unbeknownst to us, there'll be a new 3-month we're expecting it to come in a week, and then they'll say, hey, it's going to be 3 more months now because widget didn't make it here to complete the build on that machine. And there's lead times for the manufacturer on all the components that go into their unit. So it's really just an open communication piece to help mitigate that frustration. At the same time, I would offer that if the frustration builds or procurement policies are forcing you to cancel a PO or make you think that you have to cancel a PO, please consider that if you restart the process, it's just going to delay and probably cost you more. So it behooves the governmental agency to ride out the pain with us. And we're in the same boat with you, but it's in everybody's best interest to see it through because you're going to add on time, procurement process time, lead time, and more than likely price. So once you execute, we'll work together with you and ride it out with you. That's the best I can offer at this time.
Robin?
Yes, I will just say that Skipper pretty much told our story, and that is that, we have production slots. We can plan those extremely well, but frequently we'll have the slots, we have the labor, we have everything we need to do something except for the components to do them. And if something is delayed, it's going to extend the time. I will say I'm very encouraged. We had, I hate to ever say this, but we had gotten up close to 1 year lead times on some products. And we are currently reducing lead times. We're catching up on a lot of stuff. Our suppliers are catching up. We've got some, as again, I said, I specialize in generators, so I'll speak to generators. We've got some generators that were, like 46 weeks lead time that are now to like 14 weeks, which, that's encouraging. The big thing that I will, recommend and hope everybody can do, and I know most of our customer base are changing the way they do business, and some government agencies, I understand it's harder to make changes, but most of our customers are learning that, this is the state of affairs today, and they're planning better than they ever have. So, I mean, a lot of our customer base had never done forecasts. I have almost all my customers now giving me a forecast of what they think they're going to need. And so, as you plan a project or something like that, you think you're going to need a piece of equipment in there, go ahead and start making some inquiries, get a quote. And, that's all I can say to try to mitigate some of these issues we are dealing with.
Yep.
If I may offer one more thing too on that.
Sure.
Given the lead times, and Robin is correct, the lead times are starting to correct themselves in a positive way. However, some of them are still very lengthy. In the event that it is going to, transcend one fiscal year to the next, I wouldn't hesitate on executing that purchase order faster, with the idea that that money, while allocated, will not be expensed until that's delivered to you. Plus, for most of you, 30 days or some cases 60 days after receipt of that equipment. So while it can be allocated, use that as flexibility to know that you could maybe allocate and then not expense, reallocate that money in, at the close of a fiscal year, and then transfer that. I'm not going to tell anybody how to do their jobs, but if y'all can learn how to play that little puzzle with the lead times, it will be beneficial to you all in this process.
And if I can, I'm sorry, one more benefit to exactly what he's saying is that some manufacturers, if you get a quote and you give a PO, I've heard of some manufacturers saying, sorry, we had a price increase before we delivered and they're charging the price increase. If you order something from us, you give us a PO, that price is locked in until we deliver it.
That is all true. From an HGAC standpoint, I back what they're saying. We have, like I said, members nationwide, and we've seen it a couple of times now where members would just get upset because it's taking too long or pushed back. But then we'll see those same members come back and want to get the same pricing, replace the order, and they find out now they're at the back of the line. But now it's going to take them 2 years to get what they asked for at double the price. So I just encourage you guys. I put our contact information in the chat. If you aren't members or if you just joined, Stephanie Huey, you can contact her about membership questions. If you have an order in, you're concerned about it for whatever, you can contact LaWanda James. And if you're just lost all over the place, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know what's going on, my name is Marlena, and my contact information is in the chat. Lastly, I'll close with these 2 links. So one of those links goes to the rest of our open houses for this year. Please sign up for those. There's only a few more. We close out in August this year, a little bit early. And next year, for next year's open houses, start looking out for promo and signups in probably about November. It's going to be totally different, and there's going to be way fewer. So you're going to want to get on those as soon as we start promoting them. And then lastly, our conference schedule is in there. If you guys are out and about going back to conferences, we surely are busy going to conferences right now. We are out and about all over the place. Our conference schedule is in the chat. Please stop by our booths. And also we are encouraging, or I am encouraging our members, even beforehand, if you need to meet up with us about an order or just information, you can schedule meetings with us at conferences before the conference start. So just reach out to me and let me know. Again, thank you all for joining. Thanks, Skipper. Thanks, Robin, for presenting great presentations today.